Is it time?
No. I'm not there, so how could it be time?
Okay. It's not time.
Well, then I guess it's time for it.
Alright. Oh, God. Is it time for,
What the fuck?
That was
Somebody
terrifying.
just
That was
stabbed
terrifying.
I was saving that one.
It's not even Gmail, just yell.
Now we wait for each other now, too.
I'm gonna do them from over here. I'm gonna ask you guys the questions.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Just when you think you've got all the answers, I change the questions. Who said it?
The Joker?
Roddy Piper.
Oh. Sounds like a Joker.
Alright, we all fell. Okay. X1.
Lucius. He asked. He's got two questions. Are any of you fans of? What the fuck is this?
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Holes. Tony wrote this. I hope he spelled it right. Okapi?
Okami?
Okami?
Dude, you wrote O-K-A-P-I.
Okapi? That's a mythical beast, sir. Or is it a real weird animal?
I don't know what your
I'm not
bullshit
familiar with
iPad
Okapi.
autocorrect did. I put Okami.
Okay.
I never got around to playing Okami, but I wanted to.
Has anyone played Okami?
I played Okami. I enjoyed it. It's very Zelda-esque.
Yeah,
Or it
like
was
it-
compared to Zelda.
Twilight Princess, because
Yeah. I found it kind of frustrating because part of the game is about drawing, and you're either doing it with a stick or with the Wii remote later on, and I don't think either one of them picked it up perfectly. I think it would have been a great DS game. And they did do it.
they did
Okami Den.
Okami Den, yeah.
But I didn't play that.
It got really high reviews, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but conceptually it's a great game. It's a lot of fun, but I didn't like the drawing part, which is a big part of the game because it's never worked right, and it's the same problem with Mighty Number 9, where the things you draw just are not interpreted right. And if a big part of the game is
Mighty
interpreting your
Number
drawings,
9?
sorry,
Wonderful
Just say-
101.
Wonderful 101.
It's not
I'm sorry,
done
yeah,
yet.
both have numbers.
I find it's funny that you said that, and I just assumed you meant Wonderful.
Wonderful 101. Yeah, sorry. They both have the same issue where unless you draw it perfectly, it doesn't figure out what you're doing sometimes.
Like the Warriors.
We're in 3D. It's coming at the camera.
Okapi
That
is
game
a
was
real.
awesome.
It's a giraffe, artiodactyl mammal native to the Ituri rainforest. That's an Okapi.
It's a real creature.
It's a real creature, Okapi. That's probably why
I am
Okapi to
a fan
Okapi.
of Okapi.
I told
You
you,
gotta
the
write
fucking
that
bullshit
down.
autocorrected me.
You can write that down.
You blame it on me like I don't know how to spell.
I didn't know what an Okapi was.
Yeah, it's an animal.
Nor did I.
No, I do.
I'm not trying to play it off like I knew what this
Giraffe.
mythical fucking
I'm gonna
beast
get
was.
one mailed in. It's gonna be on the show next week. If I can pay shipping.
Had another question.
What was that again? Who?
Lysias.
You got a cough?
Klaatu.
Bless you.
Rata. Nyr.
Bless you.
What?
Oh,
He
Is
just
it
plays a curse on
Lycios?
us.
Lycios. Yeah, I'm just being a smartass. I have fun.
I have good times.
So, do any of you like Let's Plays, and who is your favorite LPer?
Creatures!
Whoever did the Beyond Two Souls one is
Beyond Two Holes.
Is Mark's.
I always watch the creatures.
I don't know who the fuck the creatures are.
They're the biggest people on YouTube. There's nobody bigger.
Pretty sure Miley Cyrus is the biggest person on YouTube.
Is it Miley?
Is she that fat again?
Pretty sure.
I don't
Pretty
know.
No, in terms of subscriber base, nobody beats the creatures actually.
Anyways,
You can go on.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
check.
go with the entire group.
I'm gonna check.
The entire group actually beats out the number one.
I
so, you know,
do
already did
not
the math
really
for you.
watch Let's Plays. I've seen.
because you are a Let's Player.
I make walkthroughs.
Really? So, how far into that Jeopardy walkthrough are you?
I didn't Let's Play Jeopardy.
Yes, you did. You get your ass kicked.
No. You're confusing streamers
Okay,
with
whatever.
Let's Players.
Whatever.
I did Let's Play one game, which was a Zelda fan game.
Yeah.
Zelda.
What's it called?
Yes.
My goodness. The Lost Isle. Lost Isle. That's what it was. It was
Yeah.
a good game, actually.
Yeah.
Was it a
watched-
mod or just completely fan made?
No, it uses the Zelda Classic Editor. It was a brand
Oh,
new
really?
custom
Okay.
quest made
It
by...
was actually pretty interesting. I mean, there was some glitches and
Which
a
Zelda
couple
does it go
of
off of?
No, it's Zelda Classic. It's based off the original Legend of Zelda, but it has its own palettes and everything, and it's
Is it like
It's
an
like a
8-bit? And it plays
no,
like the
it's
first one?
it's like a 16-bit that plays like the first one.
It looks
Where do you-
like
Where does one acquire this game?
Google Zelda Classic. And
Can I play it, or can you only watch people play it?
No, you can play it. It was initially Zelda
They'll
Classic.
let you.
It was initially these people that wanted to rebuild the original Legend of Zelda on a PC back before emulators were super huge, and they did it, and then they opened it up and let people make quests, and now there's like thousands and thousands of custom-made quests, and some of the best ones are like extremely elaborate and very.
The one that you were playing, it basically it looked like Link to the Past.
So it's on
Yeah.
PC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The,
might
got
turn
it
it on
open
my
right now.
computer.
but
Is it PC only or is it multi-platform? Oh, it's multi-platform. Okay.
Answer his own question.
Thank
Put
you
on
for
your-
thank you for ruining my next month. I'm not gonna get anything done.
put it on your Ouya.
No
Can you do that?
No one's played Super Mario Mashup yet?
I've been meaning to.
Wait,
for,
are you talking about
I
the
can't find the
crossover?
download for it.
Yeah.
I love it. You
It's
can't
Super
download
Mario
it. It's
Frustration.
online only.
I
Unfortunately.
can't find the download for it.
You can't. You have to play it online
You have to
in a
go to
browser.
the website
like stream.
to play it.
Yeah, it's
It's a Flash game.
It's a flash game,
Oh.
but it is really good.
Because I kept
playing it since it
Googling
came
that
out.
name and download, and it was just sending me to weird web pages, and nothing
Yeah.
happened.
There's
Yeah.
boobies
It
everywhere.
is a lot of fun. I love playing as
They
Ryu
kept
from
offering
Ninja
me
Gaiden.
pills to make my penis larger. I don't know.
But finishing answering the question.
Whose question?
Xenos. He. I know a few Let's Players, like some of the big Nintendo guys I do know. Like the
Go on, name drop them. Kind of a big deal.
there's like, yeah.
Fuck 'em.
But yeah. I have some. There's some Let's Players I hate. I think I've ranted about this.
I'm gonna
before.
timestamp it for this week. Did you see how I timestamped Moss's face, the Dr. Thunder? I'm gonna timestamp that
No, I didn't.
now. You gotta go look.
There's a lot of Let's Players that they. What you were saying
Paranos?
earlier.
Okay.
They and
The
they every single brand new game that comes out, they'll start a Let's Play of it, and then do 5
Weeks worth of videos.
no
of
5 days worth of videos or
And
whatever,
That's-
and see how they're doing. Oh, we're the top searched one for this one, so let's continue. Otherwise, they'll just stop right now. Give no explanation
I don't
for
watch
it.
anybody like that. I don't
There's
like
a
how they-
lot of people-
I know,
There's
because
actually,
it's
like-
based on the money of it that
Yeah.
they're getting off it.
If you don't have the top search, nobody's gonna watch it other than your subscribers. And
Yeah.
if only your fans are watching your stuff, then it's not.
That's
worth
just
doing it.
awful.
Well, unless you have a lot of fans.
My
yeah.
favorite Let's Player doesn't actually put anything on the internet, and his name is Angry Andy.
Best answer ever.
Yes. Every game that I have no interest in playing, I just
You watch him play.
Watch this Let's Play.
I've played 10 minutes of Darksiders 2, but I've seen the entire game. He played it at my house. I watched him play it. I
All right,
know
Mark.
everything about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, Mark.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
He bought the copy of the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more legit.
You know,
Yeah.
personally, I don't usually watch live streams, and they actually don't do live streams for the most part. It was kind of a rare
Literally?
fluke that they
Literally
were
and
literally and
You know,
literally
I heard-
and
I have a literally story actually.
a literal.
I heard that Webster changed the definition of literally.
Really?
It now encompasses figuratively.
Maybe a slang.
We had this,
They
like-
add like a slang entry or something, I guess.
I don't know. Do you know how they add words to the dictionary sometimes? Like they've adjusted.
Or they change definitions. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, from what I understand, I have a reputable source. Person who told me this, who has no reason to lie. But figuratively is now one of the sub definitions of literally.
Yes.
so they're synonyms.
Is that what you found it?
Yes.
So okay, we've
We have one
confirmed.
confirmation, but it's not a news story until we get
dictionaries
to.
have also added the informal, non-literal definition, but it's the informal use. So it's but it's marked as informal, but yeah.
So you can use it and literally be correct.
Unfortunately.
I love you, Websters. You're my friend.
As for me,
Society.
as
They
for me,
literally watch the show every
they
week.
literally do. As for me, I don't have a Let's Player I'd like to sit back and watch. The only Let's Plays I watch are on a rare occasion when I'm stuck in something, and then I watch 15 seconds of a video, the first one that pops up, to get unstuck. And then I turn it off, and I go back to playing myself. I don't really get a kick out of watching other people play games at all. I I just like playing them. So that's what I do.
9
I,
times out.
I can't even name Let's Players because I'm so
IGN.
I'm so informal with them. Like it's like I said, it's just occasionally like, man, how do I get out of this thing? And I look it up. I don't know who the fuck's doing it. I don't know who's talking to me. Usually they got crappy music playing in the background. I see how they beat it, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I get out of YouTube and I go play.
That's my biggest problem with Let's Plays, which is I don't regularly watch them. Is that I don't want to listen to someone talk over it or have someone's.
I don't mind instructional.
Well, instructional is one thing, but if sometimes I want to go back and rewatch a scene from a game that I'm not going to play again all the way through. I'll try to look up something about the suicide run of Mass Effect. And there's tons of those Let's Plays up, but half of them are people saying stupid crap that might be completely
talking
unrelated.
over the cutscenes.
Yeah, talking over the cutscenes. Like, look, I can get why someone might be interested in some of that stuff if the person is really funny or interesting, but most of the people who are doing them are not.
Nope.
I think that's the difference between Let's Plays and walkthroughs.
Yeah, like a walkthrough. Yeah.
Well, like we do walkthroughs, and we don't Zelda's. We don't talk over the scenes because there's nothing to say over the scenes. Because what do you guiding somebody?
It's always someone giving some
Press
kind of
A to
stupid
continue
commentary.
the text roll. Like what?
Make sure you hit A right here, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember
it's all scripted and informative information only.
Right,
At
and
least
that
some of
makes
the
sense
other
for a
people.
walkthrough. It makes absolute sense. But I was gonna watch a Let's Play of Half-Life. I've never played Half-Life, and I'm not gonna go back and play Half-Life.
Just watch Freeman's Mind.
Is that what I should watch, or is that?
No, that's just the most popular machinima ever made.
Oh, okay.
Half-Life 1.
Watch the Creepers or whatever.
Creatures.
Yeah.
No, they mostly play
I like
Gary
Creepers
mod
better.
games.
I like Creepers better.
I don't know. They're just funny.
We should
Watch
call
when
Creepers.
you talk about
Minecraft.
Gary's mod. Coming too
Yeah,
close.
I know.
Coming too close to
But
me.
yeah, and someone's making stupid comments. Oh, this guy's an idiot. Oh, shut up, man. It's not. You're not adding anything to the story. So shut up.
I will defend the creatures in this. Most of their videos are them being stupid in multiplayer games. They do every once in a while. Some of them will be doing single player games.
Multiplayer is more informative and having fun.
That's
It's
where
not-
their
it's
videos
not-
are
it's
good.
not-
That's
yeah.
where they get 100, 200,000 views and yeah.
All right. So we've got a question that from I think 3 weeks ago from Andrew Dillon.
Got lost in the shovel.
Well, no, you guys kind of pushed it off. Like, oh yeah, we'll remind Jason about this next time he's on, and nobody did. So,
I never heard of this.
Andrew Dillon did. He did his job. He wrote it in the comments,
yeah,
and then we overlooked it.
yeah.
Jason,
Tony,
as in we.
Jason.
Jason.
Tony. Somebody should be a ventriloquist dummy for me, so I can answer this question.
You want to stick your?
I'll
hand,
do it.
You want to stick your hand up my ass?
Check it out. I'm
Call me Sally.
now
Wait,
Jason.
I'll have Aiden take control of you.
Who?
Wait, never mind.
Aiden.
Isn't it Aiden? Does she call him Aiden or she calls him Aiden?
What are you
Doesn't
talking
she?
about?
Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah, on Two Souls.
Tomato, tomato.
Balls? Okay, so he had asked, what do you think the last two assassins out of the 8 in Arkham Origins will be? They actually announced one this past weekend at New York Comic Con, so now we're down to just one.
Who did they announce? I haven't seen it
Well,
actually.
I'm going to go through the list of who they've announced so far.
Okay.
Deathstroke, which is obvious. The cool thing I didn't know is that he's actually being voiced by Ron Perlman.
Really?
I love Ron
That's a good
Perlman.
voice.
Deadshot, Bane, Copperhead, who they've made a female now.
I don't know Copperhead.
She's generally a Flash villain.
Okay.
Firefly, Lady Shiva, and then the newest one was the Electrocutioner.
I think I've heard of 2 of those.
I've heard of Bane.
Maybe 3.
You should have.
I've heard of Deathstroke,
Deathstroke
Bane.
was in Arkham City, right? Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And you should have heard of Deadshot also.
And Deadshot, I know, yeah.
That was
Because he was in Injustice, but that's the only reason I knew him.
Who?
No, maybe it wasn't.
No, Deathstroke's in Injustice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I met
Oh,
him
sorry, I
then.
don't know
Yeah.
those.
Deadshot's
Um,
in Batman.
The other one's the sniper, right?
He's in Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Copperhead was one of the characters that popped up quite a bit on the Justice League cartoon. Firefly is like a 1960s character that they've
Wasn't he in Widening Gyre?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Lady Shiva, I don't
Mortal
know.
Kombat?
No.
Different Shiva.
There's a male Shiva.
So we've got one unannounced assassin, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, and since Brian actually mentioned part of the story arc for it, I think the last assassin's going to be Onomatopoeia, which would be the character that Kevin Smith created, who is an assassin. Who goes after superpowered heroes, and it's actually a pretty cool character. That'd be pretty cool to see Onomatopoeia in the game. Brian, you want to explain what onomatopoeia is?
Onomatopoeia is the words that you use to describe sounds. So like when Wolverine goes snicked, that's onomatopoeia.
That was good. You got 5 for that. Good.
So
I
that's what he
to do
does.
it a lot better than I can.
Yeah, that's what he does in the comic. It's like he goes snick, and then the sound effect when the person's.
So like as he's pulling the trigger on a gun, he says "bam." And
No, I get it,
the
yeah.
gunshot goes.
No. It's bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, Kenny. Bang, bang, bang.
That was perfect. That was the first time I ever came up with this show.
We have a couple of characters that we can rule out because the Penguin's already in the game, voiced by Nolan North.
Fuck yeah.
Alberto Falcone is in the game,
Also voiced by Nolan North.
which
The guy does every voice ever.
eliminates the ability for
wanna hear him do
Holiday
Tony.
to be a killer in the game.
He
which would
can
be an
probably
assassin
be me spot on.
from
Why?
the Long Halloween.
You should do a link in.
He's not Falcone though, right? Who is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
he was
Make
the
the
Holiday
shield
killer.
blocking
Was it?
effect
Yeah.
noise.
The Joker, which is Troy Baker.
Oh, I'm thinking of the calendar.
Troy
man, sorry.
Baker's an awesome.
You don't-
Troy
you-
Baker's good
The
stuff.
only problem I have with Troy Baker
There is no problem
hold
with
on,
Troy Baker.
hold on. He did
He's
a
flawless.
he did a reading this past
I get
weekend.
lost in his eyes.
He did a reading this past weekend at New York Comic Con where he read a section of The
Joker.
Killing Joke as the Joker, and he just, to me, because he did it in Injustice also, he tries too hard to sound like Mark Hamill with the way that he portrays the character.
I don't know. Him and Nolan North, I think, are the two best voice actors in the biz.
We also have
They do all of the
Anarchy
characters.
is another villain. Brandon, which is the corrupt SWAT officer. Commissioner Jillian Loeb, which was the corrupt commissioner. Mad Hatter, which is going to be taking over the role of what Scarecrow did in the first game and what the Riddler did in the second game.
Mad Hatter.
Harley Quinn, voiced by Tara Strong, multiplayer only. The Riddler is going to make another appearance, and so is Killer Croc. There's another list of possible villains.
Was Killer Croc in Arkham City?
He was in the first one.
He
was in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
In the
remember that.
sewers.
I remember that part.
Came out of nowhere.
That was a
Yeah.
cool scene.
This list
That was
is
rough,
absolutely
man.
ridiculous of possible villains because there's some that they just could not do. There's Scarecrow, which we've seen. Maxie Zeus.
What are you gonna say?
Killer Moth.
What are you gonna
Zaz, he's been in both games already.
They asked us this question 3 weeks ago. I don't know any of this shit.
That's okay.
why I'm
Talia al
waiting for
Ghul, Clayface, Clue Master, the Great White Shark.
I'm going with him. He's the 8th character, the Great White Shark. You heard it here first.
Oh shit! I keep listening.
Just wait for the next person he lists.
Yeah, I don't know this person. And
That's the one.
like crazy quilts on this list. It's ridiculous.
These are
Do it,
Batman
do it.
These are all DC villains.
Ah,
The Sportsmaster.
it's just too bad. It's so
Sportsmaster is
bad.
basically the DC villain version of Casey Jones.
villains.
Can I switch my answer?
Damn it!
He's a Casey Jones guy? That's my answer. What's his
Not
name?
nearly as
That's
cool.
my horse. That's my horse. What's his name?
No switchies,
Sportsmaster?
backsies.
Huh?
Sportsmaster.
Sportsmaster.
You can't triple snap a double snap.
You can't do it, Lloyd. You can't do it.
All right.
That was it.
La la la
Shit.
la la.
Cult Master, 8th assassin.
Crash Bandicoot.
I don't think it would be Onomatopoeia just because Onomatopoeia, just because he's a newer character, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because he was created by Kevin Smith for Widening Gyre, which is pretty late in like Batman's life cycle, kind
Uh-huh.
of. So I wonder if that would.
Well, actually, he first appeared in Green Arrow Quiver.
Right,
Clever.
but like in terms of like his place in the.
Yeah.
Because Arkham Origins is supposed to be all older villains, right? I mean, I guess they're doing their own timelines, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter 'cause it's a separate universe.
Exactly.
But
I
so
don't
who
know.
knows? Yeah.
Who knows? Andrew Dillon also had another question.
Those are so lopsided.
Really?
I thought you were an artist.
I was laughing too hard.
Anyways, what console do you think had the most memorable games?
always be like the first one you play, probably.
I think
don't know.
it's either the original Nintendo or the PS2.
For me,
Don't everybody chime in at once.
for me, because I'm sculpting my answer. For me, I'm gonna use a combo because the libraries are so similar of the PS3 and the Xbox 360.
I didn't say those.
I think as much as I hate to give it to them, I'd much rather give it to an older classic system. The games are just on such a different scale than anything else we've ever had, and because of that and the power of them, you do get all great elements. Like I feel like a lot not so long ago, a generation or two ago, you used to give up one of the three cornerstone pieces of a game, like whether it be gameplay or whatever. Like if a game had a really good story, you could forgive terrible voice acting, or you could forgive awful combat or whatever, because you were so engrossed in the tale. Nowadays, games are getting so good at incorporating every single piece of a game really, really well. Not every game, but tons of games do it really, really well. And I think so, and I think it happens a lot more regularly and on big scales now, big, huge games that I think are the best we've ever had. That's pushing nostalgia aside, because my favorite games come from my youth. But I mean, when you hold them up to, it's like you with anything. Like go back and try to watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the '80s. Those cartoons suck now. You know what I mean? What?
I'm sorry. Obviously, it's Comic-Con weekend. Okay. The new Turtles cartoon, one of the episodes that they're teasing is they're going to Dimension X. And you'll actually see the 80s Turtles. They're doing a cameo in the new Ninja Turtles cartoon.
That's cool.
Just wanted to...
But I mean, yeah, I think this gen is just the best we ever had, and hopefully the PS4 and Xbox One kick the shit out of this gen, because why would you want to move backwards in life? You want to go forward, so...
Forward.
Compatible.
So,
yeah, I think it's definitely the most recent gen we had is the best we've ever had.
I actually kind of agree with that. I think a lot of the games have been sculpted so well at this point
Literally.
that
What's with the
Yes.
sculpting term? This is the
he
second
said
time.
it, so I'm going back with it. That even though there's a lot of games I grew up with that were awesome,
They're
I've gone
classics. You don't
back
take
to
anything away from that.
Yeah, I've gone back to them, and there's just not as many that I remember as well at this point. It's because I was younger, of course, because you guys are older.
So old.
So much older.
We're born in a different decade.
Damn 80s kids. Damn 70s kid. Damn 60s kid.
He's not that old.
I know.
I'm close. I'm 80. So
Yeah, there you go.
I'm like right on the edge.
I'm on the edge.
So I would mostly agree that this generation has been the best chiseled.
Best chiseled. I like that.
I would definitely say
just busted out the thesaurus on that one.
I would say that the most engrossing games I've ever played have pretty much all come in this generation. That being said, the older generation I go back most to is the Super Nintendo. I've never had an Atari, but I played Atari. I had an NES, but Super NES is definitely the one that I go back to the most. Many of my favorite games are on the Super Nintendo, and a couple for the original PlayStation.
What was the initial question? Didn't it say.
What console
Had
had
the
the most memorable games?
Most memorable games.
Okay, alright.
So for me,
I read that question.
Yeah,
wrong.
for me it's kind of the
Well, you
Super
didn't read it
Nintendo.
at all.
I interpret the question based on your reading.
You didn't
incorrectly.
sculpt the question.
Like for me, just roughly, this just popped in my head now. If I had to list like my top 25 games without giving it any thought, I'd say at least half are from this gen, and that should say something. You know what I mean? That's right. If I went through and think about it, maybe I'm totally fucking off. But
No, you're probably not. Because this goes back to what I was saying last week. I think. Well, my thought was that games from the 3D era, the early games don't live up.
Most of them do not.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the vast
Right,
majority.
right.
Like he's one of the exceptions.
Yeah.
It's so like when you think of the best games of all time, you think of either 2D or modern,
Yeah.
and you don't think of
Yeah.
basically
Even
mid
PS2 still
has
has growing pains. I mean,
it's like two
Yeah.
generations are lost.
yeah.
mhm.
with very few exceptions.
Yeah.
And
I
all the
agree.
exceptions are the great games that, for the most part, have been remade.
Remade or at least
HD.
like revitalized in some way, like
HD upgrade.
yeah, HD upgraded or at least ported.
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
Or sequels that have improved.
Yeah.
That needs a decent upscaling, not a bad
GoldenEye.
one. Yeah.
GoldenEye needs a complete retexture. If you're talking about taking the original.
Reloaded
Yeah.
sucked balls.
I enjoyed it a lot more when it came out on console because I
Michael,
actually bought
what was
it
your answer?
on.
I had said the original Nintendo and
PS2?
the PS2.
Okay.
But I misinterpreted the question a little bit.
Okay.
But
Would you like to re-answer?
meh. I'll stick with my wrong answer.
Bonus question. This was just sent in by this listener named Jason.
Oh,
Oh, is it
First time listener, long time
Jason
wait,
Jose.
what was his name?
host?
Jason.
Jason.
host.
Jason. Jose.
Jason.
Jason. The answer
Jason
is
asked.
Jason.
Jason asked.
Would you rather be a soldier of the UNSC from Halo, or would you rather be a cog from Gears of War?
Oh God, that's a terrible choice.
That was terrible.
I-
you were just
I have no
in
answer.
a meat grinder.
Either way, you're fucked. Wait, you're a soldier, right? Not like
You're not like
Not
a
Master
Spartan.
Chief.
Do I
You're
get to
not
live
part
at
of Delta
least, or am I
Squad.
just
You're nobody
food
cool.
for the?
If you had to be a soldier in which army, what army would you choose? Look at I just blew Tony's mind. He's like, I never thought about that.
It sucks for both of them.
I would say Halo just because it's less apocalyptic.
How? Halo's pretty fucked up.
I've only played through.
Halo's got flood,
If you're on
alright.
Planet
Well, the flood
Reach-
is
The
nasty,
scariest
that's the
thing
But you-
of
but
all
are you-
time when I was a
are you
kid.
in the shit, or are you just a soldier in that army?
Yes.
You're in the shit.
You're a front line.
Okay.
You're a
Oh
front.
fuck it! Either way, I'm fucked. I don't care.
There's major downsides to both. Like I wish I could pick and choose. I wish I had the powers of the Spartans.
No.
Mainly the
And
ability
and
to
the boots of Delta Squad?
the ability to jump would be really nice.
Well,
But
he did a gears hit there.
you know, it'd be way easier to fight the Locust army than the fucking Covenant. That would scare the shit out of me. The Locusts, is, for the most part, with the exception of a few enemies, they're dummies. So they're you know,
Right.
you're a lot more likely to survive going against the Locusts, in my opinion.
I don't know if I could stare down the maw of a fucking Burmach.
I'm talking about 99. You know, I wouldn't want to fucking
Go against shit Ram.
yeah, Rom or fucking what are they? Berserker. I wouldn't want to face one of those.
Berserker, I'm
But
out.
those
I
don't.
quit, I quit,
Those
I
don't
quit.
come around. You're mainly fighting fucking tickers and dumbass, snipers and shit like that. That's a majority
Would
of
you
it.
imagine walking down a fucking in a warehouse and just see the eyes of a corpser?
I quit.
But
I would shoot myself. Fuck
I don't know,
this.
like those aliens. That
I'm
shit's
out.
like I don't know, man.
Berserker.
I think I'd rather fight the locusts with the abilities of the Spartans. Well,
You're not a Spartan.
Did he just say fuck?
Did you just say making fun?
You like some making fuck this? I don't care.
that's what I would do.
He's in a metal band.
My love for you.
Call fuck your Yankee Blue Jeans.
I'd also be a cog because at least have some guns.
All right.
Kick some tickers.
You know that scene? You've all seen Iron Man 3. There's that scene where all the hired guns are running at him, and we're just like, you know what? I hate these guys. I hate these guys. These guys
Yeah,
suck.
yeah.
I'm out of here. Just puts
Yeah.
stuff down and walks away.
I love the
That
humor
would be
they
me.
throw in
That would be me.
that trilogy.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
All right. So now it's time to wrap up part one with our Impoverished Geek question of the week. I got one. How many people?
Did anyone answer last week?
No.
Damn it!
Oh,
Should I give out the answer?
yeah, go ahead.
George Clooney.
I don't even remember the question.
It was who was Sam Fisher modeled off of? George Clooney.
That seems pretty obvious.
That was
Yeah.
like a Wikipedia search.
Here's another like very easy internet searchable answer. How many people worked on the original Prince of Persia?
I know the answer to that question.
Making fuck berserker.
Would you like to?
Can't even finish it. Come on,
remember.
man. It's would you like to suck my cock berserker?
Oh, he actually says his thing.
Yeah.
I didn't. I don't get the lyrics.
We're trying to give away free stuff.
I think that was.
We have so much shit. Somebody answer these questions.
It's
My
a pretty
love for you
raunchy.
is like a truck.
It's like a truck. Okay.
Like a
It's
truck.
a pretty raunchy song.
This has been episode 88, part 1. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch us next week, same time, same place.